time, I would just like to quickly take you through our webinar, 3 Gets and Lets. And they're not rules as such, but these are recommendations on how to make use of this webinar. So the 3 Gets: if you haven't got a glass of water, a pen and a paper yet, you still have time to get it. Writing down stuff can really help sometimes to focus your thoughts. You don't really necessarily have to make notes because there will be heaps and heaps of information, and you will find that within the hour your head will be buzzing with all the stuff that we've gone through. But fear not, if you want a recording of this webinar, we will make that available to you, and all you have to do is just send me an email at kath@webdesignnetsales.com.au. You won't miss anything. Whatever happens, you can send me an email and get the recording. Okay, now we had the 3 Gets: glass of water, pen and paper. The 3 Lets is: don't answer the phone, the mobile phone, switch everything off that could distract you. Although, in fact, I don't really think I need to mention this because I really believe that this webinar is going to be one of the ones where you will focus on it, because you will really, really find this incredibly valuable. It's content throughout, and I have this conversation with business owners 3 or 4 times a week. A lot of people that come to me to have a website built are obviously people who are starting a business, who have never had a website before. And so I have this conversation all the time, and I know what it does to people. People usually just sit in front of me and get a bit overwhelmed with all the information, but are absolutely thrilled sort of to hear about all this stuff as well at the same time. So I don't think you will stray too far. Okay, let's see. It is 3 minutes past 12, so we shall get going. Now, today we are having a webinar on how to start a new business in 2012 with your website in mind. And I am Kath Luthi, and my slideshow ain't moving right now. Let's try again. Come on, there we go. I am Kath Luthi. I have a company called Web Design Net Sales. And here at Web Design Net Sales, we are passionate about growing business online. I also have another company called Women Winning at Work. So you might have got your invitation through Women Winning at Work. And at Women Winning at Work, we help educate women around the globe in terms of not just actually web stuff, all kinds of stuff. And it's not just women in business, it's women in careers and stay-at-home mums as well. We all get together and we educate each other on health and fitness, we run webinars, we communicate with each other and help each other out, and it's a great business. And maybe if you're here, you might have come through Women Winning at Work. So first of all, why are you listening to me today? Why have you come here? Well, I pride myself in actually getting results for people. So I believe that a website is only a good website when it actually creates profits, right? So if you look at my website and our success stories, there's plenty of those on there from the last year alone. And as you can see, we have clients who, this particular one has been a really, really great success for us, because this lady started a business only a few months before she met me, and she was doing okay, but she wasn't actually making any money at all. And then together we decided to branch out. We built her another website, and basically her business right now is based on her Google ad campaign. She gets 99.9% of all her business from just her Google ad campaign. She spends $200 a month on this campaign, and it's enough to sustain and grow a great business for her. So that's really exciting. But why are you here today? Well, I believe in this fantastic quote by a lady called Shelley Hunt. Business is meant to free us from the chains that bind us. We're not starting a business so that we're bound by the chains of the business. And this is why I'm so excited about the internet. And this is something that I do come back to in almost every time I speak to people, because the first thing that you really need to understand is how important this is. To use your website and online marketing, your website and online presence, to utilize the internet in building your business and creating your business. So, first of all, I really need to make it clear how huge this is. And I always, every time I talk about this, I still get excited about it, because just of the sheer size and importance and really the impact that it has on businesses and the impact it's had on my life. So the internet has been around, we all know it, since the 70s, but really it only really started in the 90s. And since then, and that's only about 20-something years, it's changed absolutely every single aspect of our lives. It's changed the way we learn, the way we shop, communicate, socialize, advertise and market our business, do business together, do our research, and it has changed the way we think profoundly. And I just want to come back to this amazing lady, Shelley Hunt, that I quoted earlier on. And I heard her on a podcast a few weeks ago, and she said the most amazing thing about the internet to her is how it's changing our youth. How our youth connects worldwide through the internet today is absolutely astonishing, how they're reaching out and connecting with each other. So the internet, I mean, one of the great examples that I find of Facebook is what happened in Egypt. That revolution a few months ago, that was started on Facebook. And if you think about it, that is just absolutely incredible, the impact that the internet has on our lives and things that it can move and things that it can change. It's just phenomenal. So this is the right place to be, and this is why I'm really excited that all of you have shown up today. And you're making the effort to build your business with your website in mind. It's a great choice. Now, as you can see on this slide, 97% of consumers research online today before they buy. We now have around 800 million people on Facebook alone. And in 2015, predicted online sales are $14 billion. So this is something that is huge and that we cannot ignore if we want to build a successful business. And no matter if your business is local or if you're selling stuff online, you must understand the internet influence engines, or your buyers won't find you, won't hear about you, and they certainly won't buy your stuff. Okay, so before I get into the questions that I want to address during this webinar, I just want to tell you just a little bit about myself and how it all started for me. And I won't keep you too long. But I think it's really important, again, to bring home the point of how phenomenal the internet is and what impact it can have. So I started my business only a few years ago. And up to then, I'd been a veterinary surgeon, actually. And I used to love my job, but there was something that always felt wrong about it. And then a few years ago, I started to read Robert Kiyosaki's books. And the sentence that's changed my life is one from Cash Flow Quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki's. And it said that with the fall of the Berlin Wall, the industrial age ended and the age of information began. And the age of information is really the age of the entrepreneurs. And you have probably noticed that all around the globe right now. Business owners, entrepreneurs are on the rise. There's more and more people saying goodbye to the job and starting their own business. And the internet makes it that much easier, because you can build a business today with such little financial input, really. You know, in the industrial age, you really needed to have a lot to make a lot. That was true back then. If you didn't have a factory and leveraged thousands of workers, or if you didn't have lots of property, you really couldn't create passive income at all. And it would be really, really hard to build a business. But today, just with these online tools, anyone can do it, and it doesn't have to break the bank. And there's so many examples out there, and I'm sure you've come across them. And it works, and it's fantastic. But not just businesses that are solely internet-based, but the internet is also helping local businesses get the word out and make more money more easily. And that's what it's all about. Okay, but let's get into the questions that I want to address in this webinar today, because you're all here to find out how exactly you can do this. So the first question to me that anyone should ask when they start a new business is, how can I use the energy, the excitement of the new year, or the excitement of creating a new business, or both, as it might be at the moment, to create lasting momentum? And lasting momentum is incredibly important, and you've probably experienced it already. When you start your own business, there is a real sense of thrill and excitement, probably also a bit of a fear factor involved. And there's so many questions you have to solve in a very short amount of time. So it takes up a lot of energy and a lot of resources to get this business going. And to keep up this energy and this excitement that you have right now, because you will face the challenges that will happen down the road, to keep up this energy, you have to be absolutely certain about the business that you want to have in 10 years' time. Okay, so today, before you even start thinking about the details of your business, you have to plan what you want your business to look like in 10 years' time. And that vision is what's going to sustain you in those first few years when you're trying to get it going and you're working really hard and you're working long hours and you're facing lots of challenges. And it does get easier over the years, but to get you through the first couple of years, you need to be certain about what you want your business to look like. I think that is probably the most overlooked and the most important thing that you need to do before you even start your business. And the way to do that, or one of the ways to do that, is to do an exercise that I call the perfect day exercise and create the blueprint of your business from that. So the perfect day exercise is simply this. You take some time out of your busy day, you sit down in a quiet place with a cup of tea if you can, and you write down how you want your days to look like in the future. So 10 years down the road, when you have the business that you're setting out to create today, what do you want your day to look like? And I know this sounds fluffy and it's all a bit soft around the edges, but believe me, this is what is going to keep you going. The vision of your business, what it's going to be like in 10 years' time.